Good night, fellow punchers. The clock on the wall is 11:15 on the day after Christmas, the 26th of December 2024. Back with a plethora, and I mean a plethora of stuff for tomorrow. Had not much looking at anything for tomorrow because I was so busy the last few days. So when I started delving into it there at about 7:30, I was 3 hours. One thing led to another, one video led to another, one bit of information looked to another, or led to another, and hence so much paperwork to go through. We had a long day yesterday in the Big Smoke in the capital, headed just this morning at 7:30 and returned to Strokestown last night, just gone 7:30 again, 12 hours. And only about a 15-minute break for a drop of coffee around 1:45 to 2, that region. We got rid of all the food at about 5:30 yesterday evening, and about 120 dinners given out. Don't know the exact figure. Normally would with all because the packets of plates hold 25. And I opened 5 packets, and we had maybe 7 or 8 to 10 loose ones. But we had to double up some of the plates. Because some of them wanted hotter dinners than others, and then when you have the gravy on the plate, it sort of softens it up, so there was a chance of it falling in a heap on the ground. We'll have a video up probably in the new year when Sam gets a chance. He's busy for a week or two, I think, and we'll let you know, or you can see for yourselves. I hadn't time to do much, to be honest, because we were basically flat out all day, and had the dinner last night and a few hot whiskies in the house. Then late, I shut out too late, tired as a dog this morning. Then I had to clean out the bus, drop back the bus, and we went racing. We had about 8 selections, I think, today. There was only a couple of winners. Hello Neighbour won for us, and the Jukebox Man, awful unlucky with that double, with better days ahead. 1 more stride was up by a head, and 2 more strides was up a half a length, or 3 more strides. Can't understand it took so long to get there, but Croke Park was tough in front. Of course, the big race of the day was Constitution Hill versus Lossiemouth. I didn't think Lossiemouth ran its race. After the first sort of 3 or 4 furlongs, you were sort of thinking, this girl doesn't like the air over there, or didn't travel over, or what. I don't know. I wouldn't give up on a jet for a champion hurl with an uphill finish in March, to be honest. I know Constitution Hill had improved, but I don't think she ran a race today, and I'd no bet on the race. So it doesn't be pocket talking. Spillane Tower, I think, isn't the horse I was hoping it to be. We had 2 out of the 3 in the TriCast combination, well, the second and third. We didn't have the winner. Good performance from Banbridge. I read there tonight that Joseph O'Brien said to the jockey this morning, today is the day to Townend. So they must have it rightly ready. French horse looked all over a winner with long odds on and running. But I'm about to get on to this, and we will get in the oven and get to bed. Might travel tomorrow, depending on how I am in the morning. Now, we start off here with the Welsh National tomorrow. We were on the winner last year, Nationale. There's 2 that had hit, that I was watching. Now, there has been money for one of them, money for the 2 of them actually. Iron Bridge was 12s early in the evening. It's into 7s and 7.5, as you can see there. 9s is the biggest with 3, but that will open at 12s. Jubilee Express, a bus horse, has been aimed for this race since it won for us last March. We were on at that to over 3.5 miles. The form isn't hectic because there's two horses was behind it wouldn't inspire you like, but it has been aimed for the race. I split my stakes with Jubilee Express and Ireton Bridge. It took all its time to win over 3.5 mile. The extra couple of furlongs.
Untidy, probably first mistake of the race, but it was held by the fact that O'Connell blundered his way through it as well.
Sort of
Jubilee Express, the cheek pieces, boxing on. One to jump. Gold Emery hanging tough in front. Jubilee Express trying to gather one more effort. Gold Emery untidy at the last. It was only 3 parts of a length the lead. Jubilee Express, Sam Twist and Davis throwing everything at the gelding, trying to reel back Gold Emery. Now it's getting desperate. Jubilee Express beginning to assert, getting up close home, and Jubilee Express driven.
Gold Emery ran again after that and didn't win. Ireton Bridge was second to Nationale last year of 142, wasn't it? It's 136 this year. Had one prep run last year, was pulled up in Newbury on the 1st December. This year it went in a chase. The handbrake was off. Handbrake was on. Just out for the spin. So everything has been geared for that this year. At Kempton, Sergino is up against Ballyburn tomorrow. A 4-year-old hasn't won this in a long time, and it's the reason I think Ballyburn is the horse tomorrow. 4-year-old last won it in 2005 and 6, Jack the Giant and Hula Baloo. I think Ballyburn is the horse tomorrow, has the experience. I know everyone is raving about the workout, but you don't know what weight anyone was carrying, or you don't know what weight the jockeys was or nothing. At least I don't anyway. So Ballyburn in that, and one more in Kempton. If they thought that was too short, there's a horse that won for us before, running in Leopardstown. Ballyburn is 11 to 10. You could double with It's For Me. It's in a novice chase. Willie is 4. That's the selected, it seems. Leopardstown. I'll put it up in the description. One more in the handicap chase at 308. I thought an each way bet in that was Weveallbeencaught. Forever Bamboo is up, I think it went up £7 for winning, but Weveallbeencaught, I think 3 miles. The last run it had was in the Paddy Power, but it was £10 out of the handicap. It was pulled up, but prior to that, it had a good run behind First New Yard, behind Hometown Boy, and then over the trip that wasn't long enough, 2.5 mile, behind Listener Mo's Lad. It actually, did it come down for that? It up £2. But on its run there, behind in the Ultima, I thought Frere Bamboo might just be slightly vulnerable. Probably now it'll piss up when I said that. That's the only other bet I could see at Kempton tomorrow. We've all been caught. Paying 4 place a lot of the bookies, back at each way. Wetherby. For the people going to Wetherby tomorrow, I was trying to get a bet. What happened here? The 4-runner race there. Thought Harpers Brook might be the one. Seems to be coming back into form. Moved for Ben Pauling to Dan Skelton. Pulled up, beaten 23 lengths in the Class 2, and then ran way back to the last at a big price to Javer Allen. Same jockey as well. On to Leopardstown. Let's see, what is that race? Oh, this is the beginner's chase. It's for me 5 to 4. If anyone wanted to do a double, the Scatternuts will be out now just for the spin tomorrow. They'll have to find out how far they're going to go with this. So I'd imagine there'll be Darryl Jacob coming over. I think he has 4 rides tomorrow. He'll be trying. So that could be a double with what I said. Ballyburn. The 110. The bet I picked out in this would be hoping Gaelic Warrior won the Arkle in March. Put it up as an 8 to 1, I think, or a 10 to 1 anti-post bet. The beyond about it doesn't go well, but it has won us a couple of times it has won in, what do you call it, Leopardstown. Now it ran terrible in one run. It was only a 2-horse race to Factifile. But probably people didn't realise at the time how good Factifile was. Won a handicap hurl there. That's probably pop out in front. PW Mullins. But I thought a bet in it without the Fav or each way was Nationale. When you consider the race he ran the last day, it was behind Colixios, but Colixios ran well then in the Tingle Creek. So by being second to that, beating 7 lengths, didn't look to be fit either. It's a 3 to 1 shot without the favourite, or in the hope, if someone backed it, that you'd be hoping that Gaelic Warrior wouldn't perform to back it each way. But the suggestion would be without the Fav at 3s. Actually, it was 3s. It's into 11 to 4 now. Some of the bookies haven't it up. Have a peep at it. The 145 is the grade 1 novice hurl. There was a horse there. It was 8 to 1 actually the other day. It's into 7 to 2. PW Mullins riding it. Patrick. That Karniquet. I was impressed with that in Tramore. And the horse that was second won today down Mexico way, but to be entitled to win. But most Williams come on a good bit further run as well after coming from France. I had it picked out the other day, but there wasn't the 8 declared anyway, but I had it picked out as an each way bet. But it'd be the selection in that race. Karniquet. There's a handicap hurl, but it's hard to weigh up some of the form. The favourite is Ethical Diamond. That was bought for what, 320,000 out of the O'Meara, Michael O'Meara yard, when it won a maiden in Limerick last year. Handbrake on then over 3 runs at hurls. I don't know how it got such a high rating. You'd imagine it's what, 130, 132. But the last time to seen it was in Ascot, it was 4th of 94. So 90 and 40 be 134. How is it going to cope with a big field first time out? 132, it's only a 4-year-old. There's a Shrudy sent me a message there a while ago that Enniskerry is sort of fancy tomorrow. So I'd stick him in as an each way bet. last seen in Fairyhouse in December. But on that run, in only beaten 10 lengths to Calaconte in a big handicap hurdle. He's local to the track, but he isn't training there anymore, but he used to be living on Fox Rock. Barry Connell. Lerk in the morning, I don't know, it's only a 4-year-old as well at one. It went up for winning the Boodles. We'll go in a, well, let's see what price is it. Paying 5 places there. It's an 8 and 10 to 1 shot there. Sean Flanagan in the Irons. And then we come to the Green Bookies, big race. Second last year was Panda Boy, and it was third the year before, but it has only won 3 races lifetime, and it's hard to know tomorrow what's going to be the story. The money horse from 16s into whatever price it is now, half that is Will Do. It looks to have been a plot job down at the bottom of the weights. That was a good run in Punchestown last May. It was only beaten 5 lengths when it was behind Maxim at 3 miles. Then these runs here, inadequate trip you'd imagine, back up to 3 miles. First time in a handicap, but I thought the horse each way, good, strong each way choice was Hgranca for Barry Connell. Just that, I only noticed that when I was going through there. I think it's 3 Barry Connells. We'll either love him or hate him after tomorrow. But if you look at the form of the run in Punchestown, handily beat Percival Le Gallois and was off at 16 to 1 that day. It was getting £6. It's only getting 1 tomorrow, isn't it? It went up from 131. What is it? 135 is it now? £141. Yeah, getting £1 from Percival Le Gallois. But it won that race snug into that 2.5. That's it in second place there.
In third place and driven along. Getting reminders, Dufflecoat, then the real deal, Mars Harper and Battle It Out. Turning in with 2 fences left to jump. It is Percival Le Gallois, who's made all of the running inside the final 2 furlongs with 2 to jump from Hgranca the Thaix, who's much closer. As they come to the second last, Mr. Policeman's being pulled up. Dufflecoat gives chase in third, and then Battle It Out, Mars Harper, and the real deal, it's Percival Le Gallois from a challenging Hgranca the Thaix on the stand side. It's these 2 to the final fence. Hgranca the Thaix joins issue with Percival Le Gallois. There's nothing between them. And now moving on, shifting on, is Hgranca the Thaix and Michael O'Sullivan have got the better of the long-time leader, Percival Le Gallois. It's a winner for Barry Connell at Punchestown as Michael...
You'll be thinking that the plan has been, when he won that so snug, that says, right, we're going Paddy Power, and we're stepping up a half a mile. Had a spin over hurdles in Galway. Behind, it wasn't off the air that day, just out for the spin. An outsider at 33 to 1, worth a small each way, might be Spanish Harlem. For Willie. If you look at its runs, it was pulled up in the Merton Pipe, wasn't it, to Iroko. But it's 3 chase runs behind Tactical Move, Blood Destiny and St. Felician. First handicap race went off a 12 to 1 shot in the Scottish Grand National. That's over 4 mile. It's only beaten 8 lengths. It's off 11-1 then for in Punchestown, pulled up. But it's only a 6-year-old. For anyone looking for a lively outsider, there was a horse I had in mind for this race going back, Harter Dark for Gavin Cromwell, but it ran in England there only 6 days ago. It was going all right at the time when it fell, but you'd imagine the travelling over and back and falling. I couldn't. It's a big, I couldn't go near it. We see Nick Rocket, an old favourite of ours, with a 7-pound claimer, with top weight. We'll see how that'll run for again. We were on Hgranca de Dairy in the last time in the Paddy Power, wasn't it? Ran well enough. Could be Paddy Hanlon taking off 7, but the choice would be Hgranca de Thaix and Spanish Harlem. There's decent card at Limerick tomorrow. Well, they're decent if for open handicap betting racing. There's 3 that I had down to back next time, and we could do an each way Trixie with them and each way treble, or you can do what you want with them. But Billy Lee Swagger, I was saying the last time that I'd rather see him running a 2.5 mile again, and Paula Elvin. This is a woman's race. It off 11-4 second favourite the last time, but that was over 3 mile on its run prior to that at Punchestown behind Bingeworthy. It's an each way bet at 7-1. And then I think what could be my nap of the day, a trainer that had a double down there today, Mount Ferns. This isn't the best to contest, but it hosed up off 91 in Listowel, and it's running off 100. The last day, the ground I think went against it. I did fancy it the last day, big time, but it dried out. The ground wasn't a good ground that day. It was in Cork. Back to with a good bit of cut. If it was soft or heavy, I'd be mucho sweet on that. But on a competitive day tomorrow, I'd give that the nod. And then in the last race tomorrow, there's a horse that we backed the last day, but I think the ground was a problem as well for it in Cork when it came across. As I say, we came across one. Wardens Whisper. Robbie's Rock gambled on that day for Gavin Cromwell. It was a 3-year-old getting all the weight allowances, and that looked in the first half of the race. It wasn't just as it wasn't tipping along nicely as nicely as it was previously, but it ran on well at the. After looking at that, it was going to fall back out of an each way bet, and to 7 lengths back to the third. It's handicapped to win a race. Tyrone Power Roach rides it again. They'd be the 3 sort of at Limerick if anyone wants to do them. Like, if that'll probably drift out. It's nearly 6s on the exchanges, so that'll drift out to 5 to back it. Maybe do an each way travel with those 3. So about to get this into the oven. Before I started the race and doing this night, I fell asleep for 3/4 of an hour. I was absolutely wiped. So I hope I had fierce bad sleep on Christmas Eve. I went to bed at 11:45 and I didn't sleep until 4 o'clock. So that's why it caught me today then. So best luck tomorrow. Bash the bookies. Over and out.